Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the most underrated players, it seems like, at least to the media. And he's just been having an insane season. Right now, he's averaging a career high 32.7 points per game. By the way, sorry if my voice sounds weird. I'm like really sick right now, but I wanted to try and get a video out at some point. But he's averaging 32.7 points. Only four players in the league are averaging 30. Only two are averaging 32, and Giannis is averaging the most. The other three players are Jokic, LaMelo, and Shea. Pelo's actually a close fifth still, and Lucas should be up there soon. He's up to 28.1. But yeah, Giannis is averaging 32.7. This is the third season he's averaging 30 points per game, pretty much the fourth, because 2021-22 he averaged 29.9, and he's doing this with 11.4 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, this is what he's always been doing. He is having 1.5 blocks per game, which is insane. It seems like Brook Lopez has just been really bad this year. He's really matchup dependent, and a lot of the matchups just aren't going his way. It seems like a lot of Bucks fans have been hating on him. And Giannis has actually been just really good from the mid-range. Like, his three-point shooting is down. He's only shooting 17.6%. Only 0.8 threes a game. The second lowest of his career. Lowest since 2014-15. I mean, that was a decade ago. That was before he was even an all-star. A couple years before he was an all-star. And he's only on pace to take like 60 or so threes this year. But his mid-range has actually been like pretty solid so far. Yeah, I mean, he's shooting 54.1% from 10 to 16 feet. He's never shot even above 43%. The last 2 years been 35.3%, 32.3%. And from 16 feet to 3 points, so deep mid-range, he's shooting 42.9%. Almost at his career high, he shot 43.1% in that 21-22 season. And this is just an insane year. I mean, we haven't seen this, shooting from Giannis, I think, ever, really. And it's a special thing. He's a special scorer. When you're looking at the all-time charts, the dude's already at, like, 19,000 points. And I think he's the Bucks franchise record holder. Now, he passed it Kareem a couple years back. How far could he get? I'm actually thinking he might be able to hit 30,000. The dude entered the league really young. Like, he entered the league at like 19. He is 30 now, just turned 30 6 days ago. But if he's playing like this for another few years, which I think, in today's NBA, we see LeBron, we see Steph, we see KD, could be a complete possibility. He could hit like 30,000 points. And, I mean, that would be an insane mark for someone that was, not expected to be much coming out. So 30,000 points really is a possibility. My computer is pretty down right now, I can't lie. For at least stat-wise or looking up anything, so I can't see where that would rank. I would imagine top 20, top 15, somewhere in that range. And, yeah, so 30,000 would rank 7th or 8th all time. And, I mean, he's only like 4,000 or 5,000 points back of Steph for points all time, which is just insane. Yeah, so right now he's 65th above guys like T-Mac, like Scottie Pippen, Paul George, Magic Johnson. I know Magic didn't play long, but still, that's pretty crazy. Chris Bosh, Chris Webber, which, I mean, that makes sense. But, yeah, he could just launch up these leaderboards within the next couple years. He's already pretty close to Dame, only a couple thousand back. And Giannis, we should be giving him respect for MVP race. I know Jokic has just been insane statistics-wise, but what Giannis is doing right now, it's the media isn't talking about him enough. Pretty much nobody's talking about him enough. Right now in Basketball Reference's MVP tracker, he's only 4th. He's below Tatum. Hey, Tatum's been having a pretty good year. He's averaging 28 on 45%. Like, that is pretty good. MVP, I don't know about that. Shea, averaging 30, 51.5% from the field. Only 34% from 3, though. I know he has been shooting better, but still, Giannis should be above him. Giannis should be toe-to-toe with Jokic right now. And Jokic he's a game back of Giannis, which in this race could actually mean a lot considering how bad the West is, or how good the West is and how bad the East is compared to each other. Like a game apart could be like second in the East and eighth in the West. And even on the NBA's ladder, Giannis just rose to second. Like, he was fourth before. And the fact that he's below Jokic is insane. The Bucks have been on fire recently. I don't think enough people are talking about it. Like, we were panicking at the start of the year. We were acting like the Bucks were rough. And I never posted a video about this. This channel just came up. This is the second channel, by the way. Subscribe if you're liking the videos. These are kind of lazy. Check out the main channel. I had a good video about the Rockets. Kind of flopped. That was my fault. It wasn't good enough. At least the thumbnail and title and idea. But a video about Prime 2018-19 James Harden is coming out soon. So, yeah, y'all should watch that. That's going to be really good. I just finished the script like about a couple hours ago. But, yeah, I mean, the Bucks have been on fire. They're up to 6th in the East, which, I mean, it doesn't sound great. But this was a team that, like, just a bit ago were like 2-9 or something like that. And they're really only like 2.5 games back of the 3rd seed, which are the Magic. They made the NBA Cup semifinals. Like, this team is on fire right now. If we're looking at the schedule, yeah, they started out 2-8. And then even 4-9. They won 7 straight. They've won 9 of their last 11. Including winning every single in-season tournament game, a win against the Raptors, a win against the Pacers, a win against the Heat, a win against the Pistons, a win against the Magic. All 5 are, like, actually solid teams. Like, I know even the Pistons, they get hit on, but they're, like, a good team. And, I mean, they've been beating playoff teams during that stretch. They beat the Rockets. They beat the Pistons twice. I know the Raptors are also trash, but, like, they stay close with every close team. So I'm not completely hating on them. They beat the Heat. They beat the Magic. Like, this team is very good. I don't think people are appreciating them enough. And Giannis has been a big part. He's still one of the most dominant players ever. He's been having a great defensive year with Brook Lopez struggling in his old age. I'm not sure how much of Brook Lopez we'll see left. We're seeing some of the role players that started out trash, like Bobby Portis, actually having good stretches. And could that be in a trade? We'll see. It's up to John Horst. We'll see what he has to do. But Giannis has just been dominant. His playmaker is also really underrated. I want to talk about that. I know it is basic to just drive and kick. Like, that's something that every player does. But Giannis does it, and, like, he makes a lot of the right reads. And with how dominant he is, a player like that probably wouldn't pass the ball much, at least when driving. Giannis does. 61% from the field. It's been great. His free throw shooting is rough. There's no denying that. He's having his worst percentage of his career. That should recover. It should bump up to like 65-ish%. It's at 61 right now. Not too far back. But, yeah, I mean, if he won MVP, I wouldn't be mad. If I had to pick an MVP right now, he's right up there. You know, Giannis is underrated. I don't know why people don't talk about him more. The media has been disrespecting him. He hasn't finished top 2 in MVP voting since 2020. Like, come on. We had a whole pandemic at that time. We've had pretty much a whole presidential thing during that time. So, yeah, Giannis needs more respect. Subscribe if you like the videos. I know they're lazy, but, yeah, go check out the main channel. And, yeah.